So let's take a look at using proportions to solve shadow problems. Shadow problems simply are two objects, both projecting a shadow, and we use shadow lengths and the heights to figure out something that we don't know. Typically what it is we'll know a shadow height, a person's height, and another shadow height. And what we're trying to do is find the third or the fourth object. So in a proportion setup, there's got to be four objects: shadow, height, shadow, height. So what I'm going to do is set up my proportion. Okay, I'm going to do shadow, height, shadow, height. So let's take a look at the shadow length of the first figure. Now in order to make things all equal, I'm going to go the total shadow from the very foot. So I'm going to say that's roughly 14 centimeters. 14 centimeters. His height is close to 10. Now my numbers are going to be a little bit off as far as my measurement. So now let's check the shadow length of the tall figure. 22 and a half. Now what I should be able to do is solve my proportion and figure out what is the height of the tall person. Okay, so I'm going to do cross products, and I get 14x on this side. On this side, 22.5 times 10 is 225. Now again, I'm trying to get rid of the multiplied number with the x. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal because the number 14 is the same as 14 over 1. I know if I multiply by the reciprocal, 1 over 14, the 14s will cancel out and I'm left with x. Multiply by 1 over 14 on this side. And I get 16 and 1/14. 16 and 1/14. So we can basically round that to 16. And let's check. Hopefully my measurements aren't too far off. Hopefully this will work, because mathematically it should. Let's see if I can do it so we can see. You couldn't really see it good earlier, so here I laid him different. So you can see he's over 15. He's closer to 15 than he is 16. But again, my measurements very well must have been off in order for the answer to be off. But we get the general idea of setting up a shadow proportion.